Good day, and welcome to today's edition of graphic designing in Canva or with Canva. My name still remains Bernard, and today we would want to design a flyer like this. This is a professional flyer. This is actually my flyer. I am also into website development, software development, social media marketing, and of course, we all know graphics. So we'll design something like this. Let's get right into it. So again, before anything, you just come to your Canva homepage, and there are options to select from. That is whether you want a flyer or whatever. But I in the previous tutorial I showed you something that I really like using this 48 inches by 48 inches, which converted into feet will be 4 feet by 4 feet. It gives me a square kind of design, which sometimes is good for my WhatsApp DP and then my WhatsApp status. So I click it. Since it's in my recent, so I just click it. But if it's not, by default it will mostly be on pixels. By default it will be on pixels. So if you put 48 by 48 in pixels, there's a different thing altogether. So you make sure you drop down and then you select inches and then you put a 48 by 48. But me, it is in my recent. I've been using it, so it's in my recent. So when I click and then it comes and I create. So this is my empty space I'm working with. So now I would want us to design. Sorry about that. Yep, this very design. So let me just come back to this. This is actually the same. This is actually the same size. I just wanted you to see how I got there. Now we come to designs, and then in our previous tutorial, the previous tutorial, we chose in our designs and in our templates we chose Blue Marketing Agency. So let's just still choose Blue Marketing Agency, and we are doing this. So we look for, today we are customizing a template. So we look for a template, this kind of template. So we just scroll down. Sometimes you have to be scrolling for long, and the other days too, the minute you start you find it. Oh, did I miss it? I don't think I missed it, because I can't. Yeah, I know. Sometimes you have to be scrolling until you find what you want, until you find what works for you. I think I missed it, because I should have seen it by now. Yes, found it. This template, this various templates, this. I click and it loads. So we're customizing this. You could see it's the same thing. So I just customized it and then changed it to look how I'd want it, or to have the information I want. So again, first things first, they place the logo idea here for you to know that I can actually put my logo here. It's not compulsory to put it here, but again, I think I would want to maintain it here, so just delete this because I already have my logo. And when you have your logo, you would have to upload it, and then after uploading it, you come and then insert it. But I already have my logo. I would want to bring my logo from this side, so let me just copy my logo here and then paste it. So alignment, I've already started alignment. Okay, so I think I'm okay. Now what did I write? So what we are digital marketing experts. We specialize in website development, software development, social media marketing, and graphics. Should have bought etc. But hey, it's okay. So now we are. So this same text box just did we, and then we are. Sorry. Okay. We are. And let me just reduce. Oh, I selected the background. So you click outside. When you mistakenly select something, you look for a place to click outside, and then it will come out of that for you. So let me just reduce the font. Let me maintain 110 and then bring this alignment. Yes, and then digital. So you put your information here. I already have the information, so I'm just inserting them. So I think let me just reduce this also to no. Okay, let me maintain it here. And then marketing. So let me copy the text box. Yeah, it looks good. So let me duplicate this and then expect. So we are digital marketing experts. So move this up a little. I'm using the arrow key on my keyboard to move it. I select it. I don't double click. I just click once to select the whole text box. When you double click, then it gets inside the text box to select the text. When you click once, it selects the whole text box, so you can move it around or do any arrangement you'd want to do. So come back. We specialize. So it's the same text, this same text box, but the font size was smaller. Okay, let me just maintain this. No, it's too much. I think I would want to maintain this. So I'm making the text box align with this, and also this align here, so I can center it, and then it will be the center of this, because for now this is the longest text, so it gives me that kind of arrangement. So now let me just bring this text box down, and you realized this I just used everything there. I didn't change anything, so just select. Now the reason why I did this was to select because I know there are two different elements. This is a different element, and then there's a different element. So there's a text, and then that's the rectangle. a rectangle element or a rectangular element which can be resized to, an element that can be resized as a rectangle, or as a square. So what I did was there are two different elements, and this actually is on top of the rectangle, but I wanted to move them all at once, so I selected them, and I can decide to group them. So when I group it, I can move the two of them around at the same time without having to worry about the other person not following. So I think this is okay. I just take it out and then resize my alignment. You see, it's aligned with the G. So I just bring this back, and I would want to reduce the font size a little, just a little, and also make the text box the same size as the element. Either I bring this down a bit, or I reduce this from the down, so that the text box will look like it's in the middle. So then, website development. So now, when you look at this, the color is actually black, but I'd want to have the color of the background. So I come to color, and then there's one of the colors in the background. And in previous tutorials, I explained that sometimes when you insert an image, this place, they suggest the colors in the image, so you'll be free to work around and then pick, especially when, as I've inserted my logo and I want to pick the color of the logo, I will not have to guess. I can just get it here. So when you look here and it's not here, you just come and then see all. So it will give you the options of all the images you've inserted, and then you pick the color you'd want from that particular image you inserted to look for your design to look uniform. But I think I just want this. So I'm okay. This design doesn't have to look exactly like this. I'm okay with this. So again, there are two different elements, one on top of the other. Sorry, and I would want to use the two. So I select the two and then just duplicate it and then position. It's already selected. They are still, until I click outside to deselect, they are selected. So whatever I do, it affects the two of them. So now let me just position it, zoom in a bit to position it, give some small spacing. I think this is okay. So this place will be software, development, and I duplicate again, and you see alignment, and you could see in between the website development and software development, it's giving me the same size, or where I am is the same size between the first two and then the last two, so meaning they are perfectly or well arranged. So I just drop it, and you could see on the left side also, sorry, on the right side, it's also aligned on the right. Automatically it's also aligned on the left. So I'm okay. If I drag it or I move it about, then I lose my arrangement. So for as long as it's okay, I just drop it. And then what did I write here? Social media marketing. Okay, let me just copy the text. Content, social media marketing. Click outside. When you're doing something and it's not responding, just click outside and come and click it again. Social media marketing, and I duplicate again. Again, I'm well arranged. And then click outside and click again. And graphics. Okay, so looking good. Now I would want to use this text box, so just bring it, and there's a line on the left, but it's not a line on the right, so just reduce the font, so the text box to also align it on the right. And I don't like the spacing in between. The spacing is too much. That is the space between this line and that line and that line. That's the space is too much. I don't like it. So just come here, spacing, and then line spacing, reduce it a bit, not too much. And I think I'm okay with this. I'm okay. So let me just copy the content here. We are a team of creative individuals. Sorry, let me take that again. We are a team of creative individuals, and we are ready to use our professional skills to help you build and market your brand the right way. So let me just copy this and then paste this here, and I'm good. So now move this away a bit. So I put my email. This is a website place, but I decided to put my email, and because even the icon here is even an email icon, so I'm just putting my email here. So we just reduce it, and it fits. What happened was, like I said, like I keep saying, the text was longer, so it made the M drop to the next line. Either I stretch the text box and then it comes, I think it's still okay. So just come in and copy and then replace that with this, and again just increase it. If I'm okay, and you can see that even the email icon is aligned with this, I can decide to make the last M also align with this. So let me just reduce, and somewhat is aligned. So I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't want to change anything else. Now you realize there's this blue element behind, in addition to this yellow, because the logo colors has blue and then gold actually. So I already have the gold by default from the template we used. So I just duplicate this, or I can decide to insert an element. I can decide to insert this element, this or this element to do that, but I just want to use what's available on the design. So I resized it like this, so it will sort of be shorter than the original one. So shorter than the original one on both sides. So then on position, I just take it to the back, and you could see, since it's selected, you could see. But if I take it off, well, because this place has some gradient, so you can see the color difference. But I just want to change it. Come here, color, and then change it to this blue or any other color I think can or works well with my design. So now when you look at this, you could see that there are some, this is a chipset, and then this a circle element, and this is actually a programming sign or a programming symbol, because it's a website development software that I intentionally brought this just to represent programming, sort of, so let's insert those elements. So chipsets. Now in my previous tutorial I inserted a chipset for a particular design. So I already have it. But if you are inserting it new, you just come to element and then search for chipset. That is chipsets. This chipset, and then you have a lot of chipsets. You come to graphs and then you set what you want. But I already have one. I had already used one this, so I'm okay with that. So we just position it here. I did something. You realize it's moved. If I don't like it, I just undo. If you do something or you mistakenly did something and you don't know how to go back, undo is your best friend. So you just undo to where you were okay, and then you continue from there. So imagine, let's say maybe I was doing something and mistakenly, it's off, and me myself bringing it back, I may not get the exact position it was. Maybe it was already aligned. I may not get the exact position. So as it moved there, I just undo till the point, to the last point I was okay with, and then just continue. So, and then take this to the back and then reduce transparency, to the background a bit, and then still come to elements, and then we'll come to circle elements, and then come to graph, scroll down, and again, like I keep saying, we don't have to use exactly what I used in my previous or the example, but this is where you could get, and in fact this is it. So let's try something with other or a different thing. Let's try this. So because I already have gold and in my color, and this is sort of yellow goldish, I think I'm okay. I'll just maintain it. Just reduce the transparency a bit, and maybe duplicate it and then bring that one here. Yeah, if it's okay, I'll leave it. If it's not okay, I just delete it. I think it's okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. And yes, so we insert our image, and again, like I keep saying, I come to Google and I search for the particular image I want. So when those images loads, all this are thumbnails. They are not the actual size of the image, or they are not the actual size of the image. So if I download the image from here, I'm not getting the right size. So I have to click it for it to load on the right. And then when it's done loading, then I can get the actual size. And then I'll just, again, like I said, I like copying my image rather than downloading it, because I don't want it to eat into my space on my hard drive. So you just come in and insert it, but I already have the image here. So this is my image, and then I insert it in a frame, and it is not positioned well. So just double click and then drag to the point I think I'm okay, and then click outside. Now you realize that my logo is here, but in this picture it's not here. So we'll just click this, and then just copy it and then paste, position, zoom in, position. The other, or the example we are using, didn't have any background, but at least you get a concept. So you just reduce it a bit, and we have a very simple yet professional looking flyer. Arrangements, I think I'm not happy with my arrangement, so let me take this up. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. I'd wanted it to be the same size or the same height as this, and this is okay. This is okay for me. So yeah, this we just designed a very simple looking, and you can play around with this. So like I keep saying, the whole idea is for you to know or to see how to use the elements, and also how to use the designs, that is the templates available. You can customize it to suit any. Look at this. I'm trying to get. Oh, okay. So we've designed the same thing. So I'm happy with this, and I hope you're also happy. So again, like I keep saying, practice, 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 practice. So one strategy I also use is don't use too many colors. Colors, again, like I said, is very critical, is very important. Now the colors we used here, because there's gold and blue, we maintain this was originally I think this peach or gold, something close to gold or something gold. So I maintained this, but I still inserted something blue, a shade of blue. This is still, you know, saying something about the gold. This also saying something about the gold. The only thing is the white, and white is a neutral color. Whites blend with everything or anything, and this background color. So then I didn't want this to be maybe white. I didn't want it to be white because when it's white, you see, it's not readable. It needs to be dark. And when you choose black, black is okay. And in fact, you would have to zoom in before you see it's black. But oh no, I didn't choose black. This is actually black. So you see, I had wanted it to be like the same color as the background. So, maintain a particular group of colors and not go outside the colors available as much as possible. So I hope I'm making sense. And yes, we just designed a flyer. Of course, I'm saying website. That's what I'm saying website. I'm a website designer too. So thank you for joining me, and have a wonderful day. And again, let's keep practicing. Practicing makes us perfect. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.